Okay. So you spawn here. At least I'm assuming you do. That's where I spawned. To use this upper route, you have to cross a sight line, which I mean I guess is fine. Risk reward. So it gives you access to that route. One thing I did really notice kind of quickly is a sniper can sit here and watch all 3 doors. I mean, in hindsight, this could be fine because you can actually use this door and kind of like hop down and sort of flank the sniper, but I still think he's just gonna see you, you know, approaching. Kind of feels like you spawn really far back and it's kind of a long walk to even exit spawn in the first place. Maybe not. That seems similar to one of Hoodoo's spawns, which is fine. Let's see what else. I like this spawn. I like how it's open. I like the fan. That's cool. I definitely like this idea, how it's kind of like going up and it's open. Let's see from red side where I would kind of. I'm not sure I like that rock face, but it's whatever. It's whip. So I would probably hold here, maybe. And then hopefully my team is smart enough to kind of be holding this flank over here. So like, you could either be spamming in that door. Hopefully your team can watch those upper doors in that other door. But I feel like this is a good area to kind of hold in, you know. I'm gonna look around the map more and get some more ideas. So I have no idea what your intention is with this rock, if you can jump over it or not. So I'm going to assume it's going to be clipped off and you can't jump over it. I think you need to make that rock right there a little taller, because as of right now, a sniper can just sit here and sort of watch this whole pathway, because realistically, you only have... Oh, I didn't see this route. Although, no, because you're going to peek and the sniper could still, in theory, pick you off, which I mean is fine. Might be able to outflank him and stuff. But I would make that taller, or put a bigger rock there or something, just so you can sort of have some cover to use. You know, obviously still cross this sight line, so you're still exposing yourself to use a flank. That makes sense. That's how payload should work. But give at least some cover so you can use that flank. So I'll be back again. Let me run around it more. I feel like you'd probably set up here as engineer, so I would definitely put ammo around this area to kind of support him. Maybe some over there as well, so you could have 2 engineers kind of watching this area. I definitely like this little bit here. Kind of like how red has a little bit of high ground to retreat to and spam down on the blue team pushing up. When I'm pushing out of here, if I don't take this route, we're going to assume I'm pushing the cart. My first instinct, obviously, is to go this way because I think it's brighter and the light is leading your eyes. So you come around this corner, you're drawn to this area first rather than following the cart path in some cases. So I would personally take this flank route and maybe go back to the cart path. Because like, you come around this corner and it's like, boom, you're met with a door. So actually, no, you're probably going to go this way more than anything. I'll come back to this. I'm going to eat first. Right. I had Thai food. I have no idea what I was doing now. Right. So I come out of here. My eyes are attracted to this naturally because that's where the light is. That's fine. You know, maybe put like an arrow or something there. Or maybe just temporary tracks to kind of help guide the player up this way as well. I think you should jet this out a little more to like here. Even if it's 64 hammer units. Just something so it isn't just flat here. You know? Kind of like that. Obviously it's whip, so you're probably already going to do it. But, alright, so I come up this route. Turn. That's good. I'm going to go this way probably. Because it's brighter over there, so your eyes are drawn to it. That's fine. That makes sense. I would probably put maybe some health and ammo in this room to kind of help support this flank. Or maybe over here to kind of help draw the player this way. And then maybe they'll go this flank. Let's continue this way. Because, like, actually... So we come up the step, we turn. I'm most likely going to go this way. Because it's lighter. But, this door is bigger. So maybe. Because I might come around this corner, peek. Come around this corner. Also peek. I'm also having a hard time figuring out where engineer would set up on this point. It seems like it would be a very difficult point to hold. Because if you put a sentry here, it can't really shoot very far there, and you can easily get flanked out. And you can't put it up here, because I'm pretty sure this would block it. Yeah, that's going to be an issue, I think.
Building the sentry.
Because, like, my instinct is to build a sentry up here, and it's as good as useless up here. Which, you know, maybe that's what you want, but... I guess engineer could also hold maybe down here, and you gotta deal with this flank, which is fine. Works like that. So, actually, let me put it up there. Oh, you can do that. Can you?
Go on, get.
That could work if your team's holding this, kind of helping you. Yeah, I'm not sure about the routing on this point entirely. It feels a little cramped over here, which, you know, could be fine. I like this route a lot. I think this is good for red team, because, you know, they could be holding this door, forcing blue to kind of flank this way, and Pyro could just pop them up and over. I like that. It's also got a rail to kind of help give them a chance of survival. I also like how this is, though I would probably make this doorway wider, so you aren't as restricted to this movement, you know? Come in here. I would try this actually first before you do anything, though I might make that area a little less cramped. So you come up here, I'd make this doorway bigger. This balcony's fine. I can't comment on this area because obviously it's not done, so I'm not going to. I would definitely put ammo over here, and maybe health down there, or at least some ammo up here to kind of help support engineer. Now, I'm not really sure what you have intended for engineer spots, but watch the demo and see where engineer set up, and then kind of determine from there. Because I could probably also
Packing up.
set up maybe here, like right here, where it's enough where I could use Wrangler to hold that sight line, hold that, or my team could help hold that maybe, and hold that. Yeah, I'll put it
That was getting
there.
heavy.
But then I could also be flanked in here. I do kind of like this room. I think these doors are fine for this room because it's a flank. It's not meant to be that. I'm not sure about this doorway though, because, and here's why. So I'm blue team. I'm coming in. I can, although you have to cross a sight line to use that route, so it might be fine. That's the thing about a lot of your sight lines is, payload. Wait, is that supposed to be a point? No, I don't think so. Yeah, no. Anyways, the thing about your sight lines is, yes, you have sight lines, but it's not like it's a dumb sight line. It makes sense. Like, in order for me to gain this flank that gives me a route that can essentially bypass most of red team, you have to cross a sight line for. So that actually makes sense. Or, you know, you have to explosion jump up here and walk around. So no, I wouldn't touch this area. I like this area, actually. I think the flow's gonna be fine. You know, I'm not totally sure about this doorway, only because you can easily just walk behind red team and outflank them. Although it spits you out here, and they should be watching this area. So I think, yeah, I think that'll be okay. That's neat. Yeah, I think you should place health kits, or at least indicate where you might put them, to kind of maybe encourage players to go certain ways. Because you could probably manipulate the fucking tire. You can probably manipulate the flow. Those rocks, I would get rid of those rocks and just make it this, unless you're intending for them to jump over it. And at that point, I would make it kind of clear, you know, because I don't think that's intuitive. Although you don't have clipping, so I can't tell. Oh, let me go to last snap. Okay, I think this tree needs to be more tree-like, because you can shoot through that right now, and that might be an issue with sightlines. I can't really comment on this area for obvious reasons. Anyways, I do like this little kind of dip down area. I think that is neat. Let's go through this flank. This is kind of a nice dead space of an area. It gives places for spies to decloak. I do really like that. And that's the other thing I forgot to say about the other areas is you have some very nice dead space or hidey corners you can decloak in. How about this route? Let's go up here. So is there a stairwell here? There is not. So you kind of fall down and you're committed to this area, and you have to take this flank out, which exposes you. I did get a sentry on those props. It was a pain in the ass, but I did it. So if you want, I would non-solid those and probably block bullet it, just to kind of make it easier for engineers. Small doorway again, but I understand for sightline mitigation that's necessary. Although, I think this is an issue. So you need to kind of give blue team a way to sort of bypass that sightline maybe, because it is kind of nasty. You can sit here as sniper, all hidden away. So I'm assuming you're adding lights, like whatever, and just pick right there. Pick that doorway as well. Let's see what else we got. Again, it's dead space, it's good. Gives scouts places to run, spies to decloak, it's fine, whatever. It's cool. I like the size of this doorway, I like how it's tall. I don't like the size of this doorway, but I understand why you did it. For, you know, sight lines and stuff. Because it feels like red team could probably spam this doorway out. But if you're getting spammed out through this door, you could just go around and use this door. This is awfully close to your spawn. Red spawn. But this is kind of like Borneo, so I think you're fine here. Which is why I'm sort of alluding to make this doorway bigger and this kind of smaller. So your natural instinct is to go through the bigger doorway, you know? Because it feels like this might be a kind of cheap route to red spawn. But it's also used for flanking, so it's kind of a double-edged sword. Is like you're coming out on level ground, so I guess it's fine. There's no like different height advantage or disadvantage. The piss chair. Defendability, I think it's gonna be moderate, maybe, because blue has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entrances. That's a lot. I would maybe try 4 or 5. I feel like 6 might be too much personally. I'm not the biggest fan of this route. Because, yeah, I think this is fine if you just have this doorway. Because I guarantee what's going to happen most of the time is you're coming out of this room. My instinct is to go up. And you can easily spam over this, take out the sentry, and then win. So I feel like this last might be an easy push. And the other thing is you could just kind of come up here, hop over, not see the sentry, and oh looky looky uber uber, but at the same time your team should be defending this flank. So I don't like this doorway. That's just my opinion on it. I feel like this should be an engineer kind of safe spot almost because of that wall you can spam over, and this that you can also kind of peek really well. Yeah, that's kind of what I have for thoughts right now. I would need to play it to really get a gist of it. Let me just do a quick one pass. I like that area. I like this whole area a lot, actually. It's really good. I like this area as well. I think this area is fine. You just have to manipulate how you want players to flow, because I think a good amount are gonna go here, but also a couple are gonna end up here and easily flank, which could be fine. You might want another flank in this area, kind of just something that connects you up to like maybe some high ground here, maybe kind of like a little stairwell, because you're currently pushing through a choke. But when you cap the point, you should kind of have your team with you. So like that shouldn't be an issue. Just something to think about. I'm not sure about the spawn placement again. It feels like it's a very long walk to leave spawn. I would almost do a split spawn, but so like kind of level this area out, so you'd have like maybe 6 or 5 spawn here, and then a couple more, maybe extend this out, have them spawn up here. That's just my instinct, although in reality it might play differently. I like this courtyard. I like how it looks. It looks neat. This sightline, again, I think might be an issue, just because you can watch 3 doorways pretty effortlessly. Might come down with how it plays though, because you might be able to just put something here, kind of shift this fence over and make it go up, and then it kind of helps hide that doorway maybe. Yeah, I'm probably repeating things, so I think that's all I got. Now I gotta upload this to YouTube.